When you finish a knitting project with the ribbing, you need to make sure that it stretches enough, so you need to make a stretchy bind-off. That could be at the neck, or in socks that have been knitted toe up, or ribbed leg warmers, anything at all that needs to finish with the ribbing. But it still needs to be neat and tidy so that it doesn't stretch outwards when the ribbing isn't stretched. So the bind-off needs to be the same as the ribbing itself. This side of my ribbing is knit 1, purl 1, and here it's knit 2, purl 2. And this works the same in both of them. There are a lot of different ways of doing it, and I'm only showing one. And the one I'm showing is the one that I find the easiest. I have tried many different ways, and this is the one that I find the easiest to do, and one that always works well. So let's look at how to do this. I have 2 pieces of knitted ribbing here. This one is knit 2, purl 2, and the other one knit 1, purl 1. This binding off can be done in any kind of ribbing, but we'll look at these two now. Let's start with the 1 and 1 ribbing. And it doesn't matter which way you knit. There are so many different ways, it works the same. As long as you get stitches done, it will work. I have a knit stitch at the start here, and I'm slipping that off knitwise. And then, as we're starting the binding off, we will always take a yarn over before the stitch. It depends on how you knit. If you are taking the yarn over from the front like that, or from the back like that. I'm taking mine from the back like this, and then purling 1 stitch, whichever way you purl. So now there's the yarn over here and my purl stitch here, and I'm going to bind off. First, the yarn over goes over this here purl stitch we just made. So lift it and pass it through there. And straight after that, the first stitch also. So like that there. That's the first one. Now the next stitch is a knitted stitch, and here also take a yarn over and then knit the stitch. Just normal knitting one. And now we're doing the same again. First passing this yarn over our stitch, and then the other stitch we have on the right needle. Passing that yarn over the stitch, and then the stitch on the right there. And this is how we continue. Yarn over, purl, pass the yarn over, and the other stitch. And continue the same. Yarn over, knit, pass the yarn over, and the other stitch. I'll make a couple more and then we'll look at it. Like that. And now we're starting to see that it looks very neat and tidy. So the stitches aren't big so that it would stretch it out, and also it's not tight. So it stretches just the same as all the rest of it. And you just continue exactly the same. Always a yarn over before the next stitch, and then binding off both of those. Then to the other ribbing, where there's knit 2 and purl 2, or it could also be knit 2 and purl 1. Again, slip the first one And now the next stitch is a knit stitch. So I'm taking the yarn over from the front way and then knit that stitch, pass it through, and that first stitch as well. Then the next one is a purl, so a yarn over and purl, and pass through the first one and the second one, and again a purl. So I'm purling it and passing over both of these, and then continuing on to the knit stitches with a yarn over, knitting it, and again. Always knit a knit stitch and purl a purl stitch, and always a yarn over before the stitch, and then pass them over. Here it is. This works with almost all ribbing.